Hey guys, welcome back to Chantal's Empress Tarot. So gang, get in here. Today we're going to do a reading here on Cassie Ventura. I think that's her last name. But Cassie, as we know, the individual who's in the situation with Diddy. Now, we're doing a reading on her because she's in trial and we did one on Diddy. So we're going to do one on her. So, come on, gang, love bugs. Let's see what's this energy about to give us here today. Please, guys, remember, everything here is alleged. I do not know Cassie. Cassie do not know me. So, please, take what resonates, and we just going to leave what don't hear. So, I will say, at this time, it looks like Cassie is feeling very burdened by something. She's feeling burnt out. She also could be feeling like she's carrying a lot of the responsibility. Like a lot of this situation is lying on her, she could feel. She feels like she started a lot of drama, or it's a lot of drama surrounding her. It's also somebody at this time that she's feeling like she's betrayed. Now, this could be Diddy or this could be her husband. But more than anything, she feels like a lot of stuff she did was out of desperation, it looks like here. She feels as though she was desperate for a masculine energy that was toxic. That she was trying to meet somebody's expectations. That was very selfish in their energy as well. Yeah. Let's see. It is somebody I feel like Cassie do miss. So I do think it's parts of Diddy that Cassie does still miss, it looks like here. But let's see. Father God, please give us energy on Cassie. Please, Father God, let these messages be from you and not from me. Let's see. Card this ran over there and it was fall, star. So, right now, I feel like Cassie is feeling like some type of fallen star. She doesn't have, well, I'm not going to say she doesn't have hope. She's trying to have hope about something. She's trying to look at something from a positive standpoint. More than anything, she wants to continue to be a star, or she wants to be recognized, really, as a star. Something that she's in right now, whether it's this case or not, she has one foot in and one foot out. She's not completely sold on telling on Diddy, even though she is. She's not completely sold on it, I believe, here. Yeah, because she's feeling like she's taking on this. It's like she's taking, how do I want to explain this? It's like she's taking one for the team. Like she's carrying everybody's issues that got an issue with Diddy. She said, okay, I'll be the face kind of situation. So I don't know if she was coerced into certain things, pushed into certain things. You know, it looks like here, yeah, for recognition. We got the Six of Wands here. So Cassie definitely wants success out of a situation. She also wants to be noticed. See, she was feeling like Diddy wasn't noticing her. This was her whole reason of always wanting to be a star. Even though it looks like she's a pretty girl and everything like that, she still never felt noticed. And when she was noticed, it always was by guys. She knew she was pretty. I know I'm pretty. I know my body can get me what I want. But she wanted recognition with her clothes on. It looks like it. You know? Like, I want you to notice me for who I am. This is that type of energy here. Yeah. But she's getting a lot of attention now. It might not be the way she wanted it to be. But finally, somebody... well, they are entangling you with this sex stuff, so I guess you still could feel naked. You still are feeling like, you know, you're being looked at as a sexual object. Yeah, I can see that. But the same time, she's always felt like that was her worth, unfortunately. Because she never felt seen. Yeah, the Empress here. Yeah, by her mother. She could have a strained relationship with her mother. Not strained, she could be okay with her mother, but it's like it's also some hiccups there, I feel. This is also her being pregnant right now as well. With this Page of Wands here, it's like her pregnancy is giving her more strength at this time. And maybe that's because she is clean. She's not on drugs or not under the influence at this time. She may be able to have more strength. But she still has a lot of childish energy to her. She's also very fearless in doing certain things or trying things. And she's always been that way. Very fearless and trying things. She could have started out very timid. She could have also been very sheltered. Just take it as it resonates. But however it is, it made her have this rebellious attitude, very childish, very free-spirited, and wanting attention. She's always yearning for attention here. And she's always want the fast life or the luxury. This is somebody who likes to look nice, likes to dress nice, likes all of the beautiful things, but this is a page, so they never really could provide it for themselves. So this is why she could go after men, people who she feels like is very successful, get a lot of recognition, very prideful in their energy, that has star status, and this was who she was really hoping to have a baby by. She wanted to have a child with somebody who was also very financially off as well. Not saying she regrets her children or regret who she has children with, but she always did imagine herself kind of having children with somebody who was well off, I believe. Being a baby mother of that type of situation. Yeah. There's a lot of memories here with the Three of Swords here in reverse that Cassie could be suppressing. It's a lot of things that, even though we think we heard a lot, it's still a lot of things she hasn't said. She hasn't spoken on. It looks like here. She's repressing a lot of memories. A lot of things she hasn't spoken on about as far as her and Diddy reconciling. Certain times they reconcile after certain situations, what transpired, how many times she really went back. Those type of things it's periodically, but it's other things within that she's not speaking on, I feel here. Like she's not saying everything. Because a part of her do forgive him. A part of her forgives Diddy. Like, I feel like after she got that money, all things was forgiven for really on her end. Because that's all she really wanted was the stability, the stardom, the recognition. So once she got the money, she was fine, So that's why a lot of stuff she still hasn't even said, because a part of her looks like here. She holds some resentment, I feel. So it's not like she like, oh, he's my best friend. But a part of her do forgive him. It's kind of like, well, I got my money. It was what it was. It is what it, like a part of her is in that stance. It looks like, yeah. We have the Lovers here in reverse. It's, right now, I feel like it's some confusion going on in her relationship, in her marriage, in a partnership that she's with. Because it's something that she procrastinated in doing. So it's something that this person Ben had asked her to do, maybe her husband, and she didn't do right away. This is causing a lot of confusion for her, arguments, all about the bad choices that she made in the past, it looks like. That left her feeling bad. She also has health issues, it looks like here, that she's now getting it taken care of. So it's not like she's leaving it neglected, but it is here with this Three of Swords. Yeah, but it's a lot of confusion right now in her relationship, arguments back and forth between her and her husband, it looks like. Yeah, all because of some betrayal. So her husband could be feeling betrayed at this time by some things that she's done. Yeah. She also may relapse. The Ten of Swords here. This could also be her relapsing. Yeah. Her going back to something because of the pressure. Because she's under a lot of pressure right now. So after she has a child, or after she has the child, she may relapse. It looks like here. Something about somebody going back to what they used to do, and cheating. There's some cheating energy here too. So she may still have a little of the freak offs in her. You know, I'm not trying to be funny about this either. But I'm just saying, this is what the cards is saying. It's still something in her that's not completely healed. It's a lot of stuff in her that's not completely healed. It's also a part of her that still yearns for Diddy, I feel, and yearns for the attention she got during those sexual encounters. It's like she was the star of the show. She would get to be the star. She would get to perform. All the cameras was on her. All the lights was on her. And that's all she ever wanted. Not saying she wanted freak offs, but I'm saying she was able to drug herself enough to go into a fantasy and to see what she was doing as a performance. If that makes sense to anybody. So it would be fulfilling to her at that time because she was the star. She was the one. She was the star of the event. You know. These men yearned for her. These men wanted her and only her at that moment. So she would get a kick out of that. And it would also entice Diddy. So that would entice him to want her more. So that would make her feel like she just winning all over. It was very blissful in her mind at that time, I feel here. Not saying it wasn't painful, because we do have the Ten of Swords here. Not saying it wasn't things she feared, you know. But, yeah, it's a relapse here. Somebody may relapse. She's on drugs. She may go back to doing that. Yeah. Father God, what else is here for this? But she do look at Diddy as a toxic masculine. She looks at him as a toxic man. She do. Yep. And she feels like it's hard to meet his expectations. Like nothing is never good enough for him. We have the Eight of Cups here in reverse. So, right now, Cassie is having very low self-esteem. Her self-esteem is feeling very low. She didn't really want to have to face Diddy. This is something she didn't want to do. She wanted to avoid this. She wanted to avoid a lot of things, it looks like here. Because she knows after this, a lot of things in her life is going to change. Now, she has started seeing the change then, but once a verdict come in, then she knows and she fears the change that's going to come out of that, it looks like here. She's fearing that a lot. Yeah. Especially in the social lights, you know, the friends, her friend groups, and in you know, the celebrity world, all of these people, social events, the community, the people, friendships and shit. She's feeling like all of that is going to change. She feels like she's not going to have a social life anymore, I would feel, in a way. Yeah. A part of her feels like she's just like a falling star, I feel here. Let's see. One more spirit. Then we gonna get out of here. We had the Four of Pentacles. So, a part of Cassie definitely is very possessive. A part of her is very possessive. And a part of her is after materialism. A part of her do want money. And she wants to hold on to it. You know? Like, a part of her energy is there. But like I said before, I felt like that's how she felt. Like, oh, I got my money. I ain't even worry about it no more. You know, not saying she wasn't hurt from it. She ain't suffer. What I'm saying is that was her stance in the situation. It looks like I'm just holding on tight to what I got. If it's nothing else I can get out of it. And she still, again, she has an acceptance issue. She wants to be accepted. And she want to be accepted in a certain circle, in a certain light as well. Yeah. She's having a lot of anxiety here with the moon here in reverse. And it's some lies. It's some things she's not being completely honest about. That she's fearing. She fears being completely honest about this. She has a lot of anxiety about it. She also knows that it's like a piece of this puzzle with the Diddy situation that could be displayed that will give clarity to a lot of the situation. It will give complete clarity to it, it looks like here. But this is something she can't say. This is something she don't want to say. This is something I think she's also being directed not to say. What they telling her right now is, listen, don't do nothing, don't say nothing, but answer the question. Don't add no extra information. Don't give any clarity to what you're saying unless asked. This is what was being told to her, because if she, for some of this stuff, for explanations to come out, that would lead to another question and then another. See, so that's why they was just like, don't even do that. So it's a lot of stuff that still never was even said. It's still some lies here. Something about a misunderstanding as well that transpired between her and somebody else that wasn't released, that hasn't been talked about, it looks like here. Somebody also that has money, got money, and or controls money has not been talked about here either. But this person also, or these people also holds some key points to the situation and could add some more understanding to this as well. But this is all the stuff she's trying to avoid. That they also want her to avoid. She's feeling at a standstill about certain things as well, it looks like, guys. I don't know what, but she is. She's feeling at a standstill here, it looks like. But yeah. We have desperation. I told you she was desperate. It says never do anything out of desperation, because in doing so, you may never regain your dignity or respect, or reputation. So, again, Cassie is feeling like her reputation is shot due to her doing some desperate shit. She was in a state of being desperate. Like I said, this girl never felt noticed, no matter how pretty she is. It never made her feel noticed. I don't know what kind of family she had. I don't know how she grew up. But she never felt noticed. And that's why she yearned for it so much. And Diddy, it wasn't just about her career. You know, she wanted acceptance. And however she could get it, she was going to try. But it's bigger than that too, though. Something inside of me just keep telling me it's bigger than that. It's bigger than this situation with Diddy and Cassie too. The role Cassie played, where Cassie comes from, her background in this whole situation is stretched longer, I feel, than what we know. Because all of them have kittens. But all of them kittens are from somewhere. They used to come from the Playboy Mansion, you know, but these are high-priced prostitutes, pimps, and things of that nature. So that's what I mean. Like, all of them usually have a handler. And I don't know if she's trying to say at this point that Diddy was her handler, exactly, hands-on, lifted, but that can't be the case when he got her from somebody. You see, it's already longer, stretched longer than what it needs to be stretched to go back to find out the true story. And that's why I said also, I feel like it's something about her mom. When I heard, or I could be wrong, but I think I had heard something about she said something about Diddy said, call your mom, call your mother. And she was about to call her mother and he snatched the phone so he could go on her phone. But see, I just feel like that's even weird. Because why would Diddy be telling you to call your mother? That's even weird to me. Because where did your handling come from? Where did it begin? Why are you still on drugs now? Because the Ten of Wands is here. The Ten of Swords is here in reverse. This is a relapse. You still getting high now. Not saying that Diddy trauma couldn't still be pushing her to get high, but you in a better space. You know, you got children, you got a husband, you got money, you know, what? It's because you're not away from your pain. Even though you're away from Diddy, you're not away from your pain. Because there's still other people centered around you. It looks like here. That's still that's a wolf in sheep's clothing. There's still other people around her that's selling her too. I don't know why I just heard dolly. I don't even know what that is. When I hear it, I think about a doll. But it could be something. A dolly. I don't know. Yeah. But she deals with a lot of self-centered individuals. She's also self-centered in a way too. The thing is, I heard be the top madam or something like that. Like, it's something in that industry where the women are high-priced prostitutes, in other words. Like, and they have handle like Kim Kardashian, all of them. Like, they come, and a lot of it usually stems from their parents. See, a lot of the times it starts with their parents because their parents have been, maybe their mothers was one, or, you know, their dads. A lot of times I feel like you might not see it from the fathers. It's more the mothers, but sometimes the fathers do it too. But yeah, you know, and you can pay attention because it's like, who do you keep hearing them mention the most? You will hear keep saying my mother, my mom. You see, where's the dad? See, and the same things with the Kardashians when you think about it. They don't mention their dad. You know, they mention their dad, but they wasn't able to get out there and get all into how they are until after the father passed away. Like, that wasn't going to be a thing. And that's the reason why Kanye be so, no, you're not going to do that to my kids. You're not going to, because see, that is how it is in that industry. Eventually you're sold into it. You're sold into the sex trade of things, and you could be a bottom or you could be a top. And the goal, unfortunately, is to be the top hoe, to be the best one. You know? That's unfortunately the goal in the industry of these women, the influencers, all of them. But they all come from somewhere. Meaning a handler, somebody who is handling for them. And all of them get disgraded, just like Cassie. Everybody wants, like, oh my gosh, Cassie, man, they shit on you. Like, Cassie got pissed on. She ain't tell you when she got feces rubbed on her and shit like that. That's what I'm saying. This is the shit that they do. But this is the stuff they also don't want to expose. You know, it's like, well, we'll say that, but if we let poop, feces, that's just going beyond. That's too much. That's too much. No, scale back. We can say this, you know, because this is more, you know, it's nasty, it's disgusting, but it's more understandable. People will never understand that. You know, like, that's what I'm saying. If they get down to the nitty gritty, if she talk about the blood sacrifices and shit like that, like, that's no. Like, that's what I mean. So at the end of the day, we can listen. You have to dissect it how you do, but it's more to it than all of it. Even what we hearing. If you think that's bad, it's worse. It's been worse. You know? It's definitely been worse. And they had to even prep her for this trial. For all of this. They had to get her off of drugs. They had to do all of this for her to be prepared. Because she wasn't prepared. She's still not really. Mentally. Even with her being up there, and she's drugged. Even on stand down, they got her on like medicine to keep her calm, to keep her straight looking, you know, keep her mellow, all of that. She's still drugged. Because now that's the only way, unfortunately, the girl can even operate. She can't even operate no other way. Because she's been doing that and being drugged and getting drugged in order to perform for people, for men anyway, her whole life. Since she was a little girl, since she was younger. You know? She just didn't start dating at 19. I don't believe that. Now, she might have not been as far into it as she meant when she got in the industry with Diddy, but she was already in the industry before Diddy. So I don't think she was foreign to a lot of things, And if you listen to any of them children stars, or any of them, all of them let you know that I seen a lot of things that I shouldn't have seen as a child, or, just in that atmosphere, you going to see shit. You going to be able to be a part of certain shit. And that is how I know Cassie was already a part of certain shit. And she's also was too free of doing shit. Now, I ain't trying to take up for Diddy, not a little bit. Because, like I say, they fucking weird. But even the amount of times Cassie cheated, that's not a person that's scared. Like, listen, I'd have been in abusive situations where somebody put their hands on me. And I'm telling you, listen, you ain't about to cheat on that nigga. You're not about to cheat on nobody who you are pissed freaking afraid of. Like, that's going to be the last thing you do, is cheat on them. Because you know that might get you off. So I'm not saying she was okay with the beatings or anything like that, but what I'm saying is I feel like she had a little more rank in the situation than she's trying to play. And that's because she was there under protection. And she was there under protection of her pimp. Whoever iced her out or gave her off to Diddy, or however that situation went, whoever is because it's rules to it. You can beat them, you can slut them out, you can do all of that, but you can't hurt them. They can't be unalive. You can't, because that's just that's the rules of it. Because then if you do something to them, then you have to pay for it to whoever they're under. You have to answer to them. And most of the times, they can't answer to them. Because what are you going to put on for a life? What you going to put on for that life? So that's something that they don't do. So they'll beat you, they want to fix you, they'll beat you, they want to fix you, but they pay for you. That's how they feel about it. And then you keep coming back, so what that say? You want to be brought. Now, like I said, I'm not saying Diddy right at all. I'm not taking up for Cassie either. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, it has to be lines drawn and an understanding, even in the law, of what is acceptable and what is not. Because I feel like the lines is so blurred from you meet a guy, he lives in one state, you live in one state, and he flies you out. Now that's sex trafficking? Yeah. Because if he flies you out and no, maybe, you flying out there, you know you about to go get some. He know you about to come give him some. You ain't about to flying across the fucking America for nothing. So, where's the line drawn? To say, is that sex trafficking, or is that two willing participants that want to link up and do something? I need to understand better on where's the line drawn at with hooking up with people now in this day and age. Because, I don't hook up with people, but what I'm saying is, I want to be able to explain it to my children one day, because I have a son, and I want to make sure he's doing things properly, Son, you can't just spend money on a girl. It gotta go this way, it gotta go that way, or else it looks like you're sex trafficking. Don't take them on no trips. Because if you fly them out somewhere, you're sex trafficking them. Like, I don't know how to, I don't know exactly. Now, I understand women being held against their will, flown out, forced, like literally practically handcuffed and all of that. Like like, you know, how sex trafficking is really described. And how you really see women holding their hands out the window trying to ask for help, you know, that type of shit. But then you have situations like the Diddy's trial and a Cassie. And it's like, well, where do we put that at? Because it's kind of confusing and it kind of blurred the lines for me. But yeah, guys, we gonna get out of here. I just wanted to speak on it a little bit to say, you know, how I feel and pull a few cards just to see where Cassie energy may be at. But she was in a desperate situation. She was dealing with very self-centered people, and Diddy is still very self-centered. And this is what she wanted him to realize. She wanted him to see that the world does not revolve around him. And that he needs to grasp that. Because she felt like he was taking advantage of her. Even though she's been a willing participant in some capacity, she still felt betrayed and did have some sense of fear in another. I will say that. But at the end of the day, the jury shall decide, I guess. So, guys, I hope these messages resonated with somebody out there. And if it did, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, and comment down below. And I will see you guys in the next video, love bugs. Bye-bye.